In this video, I'm going to cover the solution to my not having a truck that can hold big targets problem. As always, all the links are on the kit page of my website, gunmanusa.com. You can find those below. Shout out to the sponsor of the channel, US Arms Co. Use code GUNMAN15 for 15% off their site. And full disclosure, how do I know Redeye Targets and how did I get their product? I met their reps at SHOT Show this year, super cool guys. They knew about the channel and asked if I wanted to try out their targets in exchange for a review. And at the time, I was actually looking for some, so it worked out perfectly. So here's the bottom line on these. They literally solved all of my problems and they are very durable so far. So are they worth the money they're asking? For me, the answer is 100% yes, and here's why. First off, many of the targets I've seen cost about $100 to $200 more than these, and they aren't even a full kit like these are. Putting everything you need into a single bag and making the setup toolless was absolutely genius in my opinion. When I get to the range, I just want to set up and start shooting. I personally don't want to waste time trying to find all the pieces I need to set up. I just want it all in one place every time. The biggest problem I used to have was fitting all of my gear into my dumb little car and trying to fit a 2x4 and targets just to have something to nail together when I get there. Now I can fit 2 of these targets, set them up within minutes, train, and then go home. For me, it really just takes the frustration out of the travel, setup, and takedown, which is a really big deal for me, especially when training is something I try to do pretty often. So how have they held up so far? Well, you can see that I've put this one to the test, shooting it with 5.56, 12 gauge, and 9mm, all well within 25 yards, sometimes even within 20 yards with my 16-inch 5.56. Yeah, we have some dings here and there, but honestly, if I spray painted this, it would probably look next to barely used. The bag's material feels super sturdy. I can't imagine I'm going to run into problems with it anytime soon. So I would say overall, durability-wise, they've done a great job sourcing good materials for the kit. I personally am super impressed with what you get for the price. The very first time I set up the target, I thought I did something wrong because of how steep the angle was. And honestly, this may be the one thing that actually bothers me about the whole thing, but it's fixable, so I really don't care that much. I get that the angle needs to be steep so when the round hits, it doesn't frag and spall back at you, but I personally think that they could have raised it up just a tad, which I do myself by placing a spent casing in between the pivot point, just to raise it up a tad. Other than that, there's really no other flaws that I can find so far. I love them. I'm going to continue to train with these targets until I run into any issues, at which point I'll make an update video, but things are looking pretty good so far, so don't hold your breath waiting for that video. Definitely stay tuned though for the next build video coming soon. The rifle I was shooting in the intro will be the one that I review, and this next video's intro is going to be something pretty unique to what you've been used to seeing on the channel. It's going to be really sweet. I do have new merch coming to the store very soon, just finalizing some new designs, early access to videos, the Gunman Discord community, and some BTS on my Patreon, so feel free to check that out. As always, you are your own best defense. Train hard, prepare now, and I'll see you in the next one.